Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Eric Bellinger, and right now you're watching hot new hip hop with a little bit of R&B in it.
Why you still texting my mama? You can let it go, she ain't calling back.
The breakdown of Choose Up season starts off at the club. You choose up, you know, you figure out who you wanna take home or who you wanna chill with or whatever it may be. After that, you leave the club in a valet. So you got Choose Up, next song's called Valet. Valet, boom, you get out of there and you go to the house. Next song after that is called House Party. You get it popping, you do what you gotta do. So then, that's when it get, I think, real as far as lyrically. Every time a chick hear this song, they like, yo, I know about this night bag. You know, you may have whatever you have in there. It doesn't necessarily, I don't look at it as a bad thing. Some chicks be like, nah, I don't do that. But it's like, you just preparing, you know, you never know. It's better to be safe than sorry. After night bag, it goes into the pillow. So you move things to the room, you got the night bag, you talking to the pillow. So you got her turned around, doing her thing, talking to the pillow, literally. So after that, it's a song called Night Owls. Night Owls, you up all night doing your thing. After Night Owls, it kind of get intimate, so that's when it get tricky. So I wrote a song called Never Be Together, just to remind her, like, yo, in the beginning you said we'd never be together. Reminded her after that, song called Casual. It's like, yo, it's supposed to be casual. And then the last song is called Awkward. So each song literally ties into each other, tells a story, and pretty much repeats steps 1 through 9. In Cuffin season, basically, as soon as it starts off, it lets you know, like, song is called 20 Missed Calls. The intro on Cuffin season is called 20 Missed Calls, saying like, yo, I'm off that life, I'm not about that. And I really want people to see both views, both sides of it. And all of it is just to tell the story, just literally to set up the album. You know, a lot of people figure out different plans for marketing and figuring out how they gonna do, you know, some people do the naked pictures, some people do, you know, whatever they may feel like is gonna help them. But for me, I looked at it like I'm a songwriter, you know what I mean? So how can I use my talent to promote my album? And I figured, let's do it with a little project, do it with a mixtape, give it out for free. And when they hear that, every time they listen to it, I want them to constantly be reminded that the Cuffin season is on the way. For a while, I kind of struggle with, you know, differentiating the records as far as like, okay, now I'm in the studio with Usher, or now I'm in the studio for Chris, and I write a song and then they love it, and then I wish I would have kept that for myself, you know what I mean? Like, that's a problem I think a lot of songwriters have, but for me, once I figured it out as far as who I was, the artist, what my brand was, what I wanted to represent, what I wanted to talk about through my music, it was a lot easier, you know? I wouldn't necessarily write a song for them, you know, that's on a concept that I'm doing, or, you know, I would dig into their lives a little bit more and tell them, you know, like, yo, what's going on? How you feeling? So that I'm writing a song catered to them rather than writing a story about my life, mad watching them perform it on the Billboard Awards, you know? I did the last 3 singles that he put out. You got The New Flame, you got Fine China, you got Love More, and then 2 songs on the album as well, one called Add Me In and another one called Stereotype. So the joints are super crazy, super big joints. I'm really excited about Chris' next album. I think it's gonna be his best one yet. With Teyana, I think a lot of people are gonna be surprised just because she's somebody who's, you know, been known by a lot of people, but not necessarily like, yo, what does she do? Is she the actress? Is she the singer? Is she the, you know, the fashion, you know, icon type, or what is it? But I think her vocals and her range and the different things that she can do musically is incredible, and it's going to be a shock to a lot of people. Just as far as how talented she is, you know, we got some great records coming up. I did 3 joints on there, and super excited. The Game just reached out and was like, yo, I got a record. I know it's gonna go crazy. We're gonna flip the order now. People gonna say something about us because Ty and them got the record, but we just gonna do it different. And, you know, once we flipped it, it came out crazy, and people wasn't even really thinking about the other song because it just had such a different energy to it. He's just dope, man. He took me under his wing and was like, yo, whatever I can do to help, you know, I really wanna do that. And it's not a lot of people in the industry that really, you know, want to help and just genuinely want to help. You know, they say like, yo, I want to help you out, and then when it comes time, they be like, all right, so cool. So usually I'll be charging like 40% for that, you know what I mean? But Game he's always just been like, yo, man, anything I could do to help, I'm here for you. So that's been dope to have somebody like that. There's a rumor that I co-produced it, and I think there was a situation that happened where I guess where she didn't want to be she wanted to be the first person to really speak up on the record. You know what I mean? Looking back on it, that's my whole take on it. You know, as you know, myself being an artist, when I put out a song, I would like to be the first person to jump out and be like, yo, this is my next single. I don't want nobody else to say that. You know what I mean? It's my music and I have every right to say that. But you know, unfortunately, things panned out to where I did an interview, they asked me some questions, and I answered the questions. And I think she was upset about that, and you know, like, yo, it's my record. But to me, to absolutely take somebody off and be like, nah, you didn't have nothing to do with the record, I think she went a little bit too far. Not even a little bit too far, I think way too far. Just everybody that was involved with the record completely got quiet about it, silenced because they was a little nervous of what Nicki would say. But to me, I look at it like, yo, publishing is publishing. You know, when you work on a record or when you do whatever, you deserve to be compensated for your work to whatever capacity that may be. And for her to be upset or for the producers to be upset or whatever it was because of an interview, I look at that as like, man, that's child's play. Like, yo, we out here doing music, and regardless of what happened, give me my credit for what I did. I'm not just out here having fun. Like, we really working at the end of the day. I was like really upset at first, but now I just look at it like, yo, what's mine is mine, and you know, that's just how it goes. You know, I haven't really been faced with any situation to where it's like I have to be low key about, you know, writing songs or working on records, because that's what I do. People know that for the past 4 or 5 years I've been writing and, you know, working on records, period, on everybody, you know. So for this one situation, I think a lot of people looked at it like, there's no way he's not lying. Like, where's he coming up with that? Just making it up out of nowhere. So, you know what I mean? My real fans, I think they know what time it is.
Honestly, nobody's really pushing the boundaries as far as new music. You got the more established acts doing what they have to do, but like, nobody really.
Love all the celebrity news. Positive.
Not news, nudes, like naked pictures.
Oh, nudes, yeah, and naked pictures are always a good salute. Yeah, lattes.
High slip and leave the cage open. There's a stoner nigga stay smoking. Kept it real so my name blowing. Wayne Owens, that's my nigga, dog. You don't wanna see him have to get involved.